Are you?
Mic check, mic check. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Sunday. How we doing? I'm on a different device at this moment, and I've got a different type of headset on. So from the gate, I know my audio is not going to be correct. So I want to apologize for that. But happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. How we doing, my early folks? Fools and tools in the building. My man GA. Shawnee boy in the building. How we doing? How we doing? Hope you lot are fine down there, man. Hope you lot are fine. Hope you lot are fine. Hope you lot are fine down there. This is just a quick little one. I wanted to go over something. Let's see if it's still already loaded. Okay, there we go. Hope you lot are feeling well. I hope some of you guys got to catch the moon episode we just covered. All right, with Karen B. Debunked her real quick. Debunked Karen B. silly ass real quick. Yes. Nice sunny morning in Yorkshire. Same down here in London, to be honest. Same down here in London. It's my partner's birthday today, so I'll probably be out. I will probably be out doing things a bit later. So I thought I'd quickly come up and say hello while I've got some free time. Right. How you doing, GA? Hope you're well. I hope you're well. Let's quickly get into something while we're here.
Hey guys, to get the audio check done real quick, and I'll introduce, you guys know Logan of Decode Your Reality. You know Jordan of Waters Above Crypto. They are with us today. I don't want to waste any time on announcements. I do that enough already. Let's see. I'm here. All right. Still waiting on it. Loud and clear. Thank you, Justin. What's that? Ayola? Oyola? Awesome. All right. I know dear old dad's in there somewhere. We just had lunch together. Then again, I wouldn't be surprised if he went straight home and got on that couch and went to sleep. All right, y'all be waiting for it. It's not going to be in the next few days. It's already on YouTube. I already told you about it. But I found the Holy Grail that absolutely links the Phoenix phenomenon, the 138-year period of this weird reality editing thing that we've documented for 58 centuries. I have found the Holy Grail that links the wide breadth of Tartaria research to the Phoenix phenomenon. And I found it in the most unlikely place, and it blew my mind. I had to do a whole video on it. Like I said, it's already on YouTube, and it will drop soon. It's a present, because I believe it's going to bring many people to the table. Who is this right here? Is that Logan?
Yes,
What's
sir.
up, everybody?
Hello, man. And Jordan, what's going on?
How's it going, family?
Man,
Jordan.
you guys got fantastic audio. I'm so jealous.
Dude, I thought you would have it down by now, brother. That's all good.
Man, I'm sorry. You know what? With with great popularity comes irresponsibility, my brother.
I hear that, man.
I heard that.
No good. I got all kinds of things I need help with, to tell you the truth.
It actually kind of reminds me, as a guitar player, I have a lot of people that are like, oh, should I get this guitar? And it's like a $3,000 guitar. And I'm like, can you play? And they're like, not really. And I'm like,
yeah,
you should probably learn how to play first, and then you could start investing in better equipment.
Yeah, I'm not. I agree, 100%. So really, what you just said, Jordan, is I better learn how to talk better before I invest.
No, I think I'm agreeing with Logan. It's about time you get your shit together. And,
yeah, I agree. I do agree.
You sound like you're in a submarine.
Yeah,
man. Hey, you know what? I've experimented with the Joe Rogan.
I don't care how you sound or how anybody sounds, as long as I can get the message. That's all I'm here for, the message. I don't care about your fancy setup, how many camera angles you got, right? What type of mic you got. As long as I can hear you and hear what you're trying to say to me, that's all that matters. You could be in a submarine. I don't give a damn. I'm here for the message. Not the messenger, but the message.
Rogan mics, and I never could get them right. I even bought all the ancillary equipment. I'm talking about, it's got more dials than this. It's got, I don't know, it's got more buttons than the law allows. I couldn't figure it out. And then I'm real recalcitrant about asking for help. I'm pretty neurotic about it, which is not to my credit. And Big John's brought me 2 or 3 different microphones, and I'll use them 2 or 3 times, and I love them, and I forget to hook them up, and then I lose them. So I just don't know, man. I need a permanent studio where I'm just not doing the stuff like this anymore. So what you guys been doing since the last time we talked? What you been doing? I know you're a world traveler, Logan. Don't lie to me. I know you're all over the place.
Of course, yeah. Well, so is Jordan. I think Jordan is probably physically. Jordan travels more than anybody I know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Jordan gets around.
Yeah, I'm outside of the firmament right now.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys
tuning in live from Uranus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I was actually, Jason, I was just reading up on your Nemesis X, and then I was like, oh, let's check into Richard Muller a little bit, looking into him, which I know you know who that guy is. So
I know the name.
He's the one who made the Nemesis X kind of popular in 1984. Richard Muller.
He called it Nemesis X.
I haven't defined how much stuff he's dumped, but he supposedly made it popular.
Oh, you're talking about Nemesis Theory. Yeah.
The theory.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Nemesis. Yeah, the Archaix model is based off much of Nemesis Theory. That we have a twin star, a dark star.
Yeah.
I follow the research of Andy Lloyd.
The twin star. Twin star. We have a twin star. Is that what he just said? I've heard that talk before, but I've heard the twin star, or the twin planet rather, would be the counter Earth. That's what they call it, the counter Earth. And I think I've heard along the line somewhere that Venus is the counter Earth. Venus is the counter Earth. I could be wrong. I've heard some people call it Nibiru, hiding behind the sun, but I'm pretty sure I've heard Venus being the counter Earth. It's called the counter Earth theory. I wonder if that's what they're referring to.
As well.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy, Richard Muller. He's got the same birthday as Alan Watts, the great philosopher from Britain, right? So he's a smart guy. He's a pretty smart guy. So there's some strings attached to that.
Okay, all right. Yeah, the Nemesis X. That's a headache. That's a lot. That's a lot of information to compress in deals. I'd rather keep it spread out through all my published books. But you know what? It's time to put that together because it's just a lot of people need some clarity on it. It's kind of hard to when you got 45 videos on this topic and they're not in sequential order. And I'm always inspired to release information. And all 3 of us know. I mean, we do our best work when we're inspired, not when we're led to by others or induced to, upon request and all that.
Well, I hear what you're saying there, Jay. Saying about, your best work comes when you're inspired, right? I agree with that. But also, some of my best work comes from people's default, right? When I see people trying to push a weird narrative, seems like they're trying to brainwash the people or lead them astray, right? This is when some of my best work comes into play. Almost like Super London, like a superhero, right? When I see a lot of this deception coming into play, right? This is when I start getting into my bag and start hitting them with the truth and the receipts. A bit like, with the Karen B stuff, right? When I saw her trying to debunk the moon map, right? That's when I thought, you know what? I need to get into my bag because she's got it all wrong here, right? This is when some of my best work comes out, when I have to prove people wrong, right?
So it's time for me to start putting all my stuff together so it's more comprehensible. Because if I'm getting confused, I know you are too.
Yeah, you have probably the most data out of anybody. So I can imagine how much it can get really spread out and all that kind of stuff. So Yeah.
So what are you doing right now? I mean, since San Diego, last time I actually saw you in person in San Diego, what have you been going back and forth to Mexico, or were you a part of like Anarchapulco?
I'm actually, I got invited to speak on the main stage this 2025, so I'll be there for that 2025 event. So I'm pretty jazzed about that.
What month is that?
February. I speak on the 20th. I think I'm on the stage on the 20th, and they gave me an hour, which is cool. That's not even enough time, but I'm grateful I got the hour. And then it's a whole week, as you know. Are you going?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I've been invited in the past, but it was under a different atmosphere. I was kind of attached to somebody that got me signed up for more than I bargained for, and I had to back out.
Yeah. I remember you and I talked about it in San Diego.
Yeah. So I mean, everything's bygones are bygones. I don't hold any grudges. It's over with. But that individual is no longer attached to Archaics, but almost got me signing up for more than I had anticipated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, what about you, Jordan? What you been doing since last time we talked? We just talked recently.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on a lot of stuff. I'm working on this Trinity masterclass, decoding what the Trinity means philosophically, symbolically, pretty much everything. It's part of this decoding mastermind that I released earlier this year. So that's just like going to be an addition to that. That's been taking up a lot of my time. I've been getting a lot of interviews, a lot of podcasts, a lot of people have been inviting me on, trying to learn more about like my work with the moon cycles and solar and the eclipse cycles, and moving into this upcoming March lunar eclipse. I've been getting a ton of people reaching out to me for that. So that's been cool. Definitely has been a little overwhelming though, with everything else I have going on. And then, yeah, outside of that, just doing my normal grind. I've started some more social media stuff because I've been pretty much off of Instagram. I never gave that platform any attention. And it kind of feels like now it's the time to branch out a little bit more, start posting at other places. YouTube is tough with growth. I think particularly what I'm doing. It has a lot for the crypto side of things, but I'm not trying to just be crypto. I'm trying to branch out into health and wellness and, consciousness expansion and mindset stuff. And yeah, so it's such a niche that I'm in that I kind of feel like I should give other platforms a shot. And that's been in my radar lately too.
Listen, I agree with you. YouTube sucks. It sucks. I can't even believe I'm still here. That's why it's the whole reason I started.
I'm with you there. There's a lot of hurdles now in YouTube. It sucks. I'm trying to secretly go onto a different platform, just exit through the back door while no one's looking. Just exit through the back door, makes it more easier that way.
Archaics TV. I needed a backup, and I needed a platform that would allow me to dump 700-800 videos on very fast. It's very user friendly for the creator on the creator side, and be able to have all my stuff archived there. But I haven't needed to do it yet. I mean, I've got them all. Don't get me wrong. I keep multiple drives with every video I've ever done, Archaics TV and YouTube. But I agree with you, man. YouTube, it's hit or miss, but it's really good springboard once you're established on somewhere else, like subreddit. Once you're established on BitChute,
it's a stepping stone.
It is amazing. It will draw a bunch of traffic. You can get interest on YouTube and then just direct everything elsewhere. That's what all the smart people do. I just haven't caught up with them yet.
Yeah, I think me and Logan have talked about.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to get my ass to another platform because YouTube is for the birds. It's dead. A lot of cult followings and just weird activities.
But this is probably the last time we got together. How I'm grateful for all these platforms. Like I'm grateful for it all. I do realize the limitations, though. I don't want to limit my beliefs and say that, it's the platform's fault. I always try to put it back on myself. I think for myself, I've decided to pick such a niche, and that kind of, I don't want to call it self-sabotage, but it just is what it is. It's probably why it took you, Jason, quite a while to pop off, because you're in such a niche, right? And then finally getting in front of the right audience allowed that expansion. And that's all it's about. Like once you get in front of the right audience, you're going to spread, and it's a beautiful thing, so I'm really grateful for YouTube. I'm grateful for all these platforms. I think it's just on the consumer level, we have a tough time having a sophisticated relationship with these platforms, if you know what I mean. Like if you go from X, if you go over to X, you'll see what I mean. It's a much younger age demographic.
I love X. I just don't like Elon Musk.
He's serving his purpose too. He's entertaining.
I know. He's a part of the circus. He's just one of the clowns.
Logan, do you have an X account or do you have an Instagram?
I do have an X account. I don't really use it that much.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, when I post on my Patreon, it asks me to post on X, and sometimes I do that. I mine's new, so I don't have many. Yeah, I try to just keep it YouTube.
Yeah. It's actually like coming back to what I said before about the guitar and like trying to invest in this expensive guitar. One of the #1 pieces of advice I give to people who have a skill in any capacity and they're trying to break through on the internet is just pick one social media platform and get really comfortable there.
Yeah.
Because what I see is like new people, they try doing 6 things at once.
Yeah.
They get no results. They start blaming everything, but it's really just like you can't play the banjo, mandolin, electric guitar, acoustic guitar with a capo on the 4th fret and also the violin, and then all at the same time expect results when you're a beginner in all of those things.
Yeah.
And all of those platforms are legitimately completely different. Like their algorithms were completely different. The tactics to getting people to click, the titling, all of that stuff. But I think it would be easy for you, Logan, especially, and definitely Jason, because you're artistically, you guys are so good at what you do. Like even that intro video that you just played, Jason, it's like so sick. It's so captivating. It keeps people engaged. Yeah, it's beautiful. So I think as long as people start being artistic and not just creating content, then it's going to be easy.
Yeah, it's getting challenging because we're not up against normal humans anymore. More and more. Hey, I'm being dead serious. More and more.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm with you. No, we're not just up against normal people now. Everyone seems to be, merged with some type of entity. There seems to be a type of entity attached to most of these people that I come across. What is up with that?
Or I am coming into contact with 100% AI generated content, and it's got no soul. It's just like ChatGPT was used to write the script. Maybe there was 4 or 5 additions, new stuff was added. ChatGPT was asked to put together these little scripts, and then OpenAI is used to put the footage with the script. And I mean, there's no competing with some of these channels. They are. I'm just gonna have to say it. I believe that YouTube has their foot into all this, and I believe a lot of these AI channels are 100% YouTube because it's less content created.
Yeah, I agree. I came to that conclusion a few months back. Some of these channels that are just AI generated clearly seems to be run by, the powers that shouldn't be. In my opinion, I'm glad Jason thinks that as well. Because there is a lot of gatekeepers when it comes to these channels and these topics. All right. Come to find out, most of this flat Earth community is heavily gatekeeped. Right.
Creators that they have to pay, because AI generated content, they don't have to pay anybody, but they get 100% of the advertising revenue. So I'm finding a bunch of them, and a lot of them are copyists. They copy the Tartaria stuff. They copy the mud flood stuff. They copy the gematria material. I've got many copyists of me that absolutely refuse to cite me, origin. I mean, I'm talking about it's gotten ridiculous.
Wow.
And some of these AI channels, you would think it's a real human. You have to really pay attention to realize, damn, man, I'm just looking at software. It's not even a real person.
This is so true what you're saying right now. It's so true. Like you could literally just take one of my videos, you could throw it into ChatGPT and say, take this transcript and say it slightly differently. And then you could plug whatever that is into a AI voice program. And
it's already happening.
Yeah, it's already happening. And there's people out there, what's wild is there's people out there that are teaching that as a way to monetize channels and to make money. So yeah, what's your guys' take on like what is this going to lead to? Like, what are the ramifications of having artificial intelligence in the consumer's hand in the way that it is today? And like, what's your vision? Like, I would love to know your thoughts, Logan.
Wow. You guys know that my foundation is astrology, or at least one layer of it is. And the age of Aquarius doesn't look anything like the age of Pisces. I mean, Jordan, you talked about how Pisces was the age of paper, and we're moving away from that, which is why the fiat currencies will be eliminated. We've already been doing that.
Mhm.
The age of Aquarius, I mean, you ruled by Uranus, which is an electrical planet. It's very eccentric. It's the primordial planet because it's not an Olympian or Titan. So you're moving. I mean, if I had to give you my prediction of what's to come, and we're in the Kali Yuga, if you study the cosmology of those traditions, and we got a long way to go with that. So when they say the rise of the machines, I think that's spot on. I think that we're going to merge with machines. I think it can be. I think it can be very dystopian. I think it's going to take some time for that. I think there'll be pockets of what appears to be a golden age. This is where theology talks about this false cry of peace and security. People will be rich. People will be wealthy when crypto takes off. But it's going to fizzle out, and then you're going to have this AI that doesn't want to die and it wants to stay alive, and you'll have
AI that doesn't want to die. It wants to merge with the machine. Well, I hear what you're saying, but I thought it was the other way. I thought it was a human consciousness that don't want to die, or you know, that's why they want to merge with the machine. Are you saying it's the other way around? Or would you say we need each other? Does human consciousness and AI need each other to some degree if they both want to exist on the same plane? Is that what we're trying to say here?
this, this one world synchronistic aspect coming into play. And I think that'll last for quite some time. But despite what Jason talks about, the Phoenix event, I think, Pluto's on the trajectory right now of hitting Aquarius around 2040, right around the time that Jason predicts his Phoenix event. And, Pluto, a lot of people think Pluto's in Aquarius. Well, if you really study the map of the stars through the sidereal, Pluto is just entering Capricorn. It actually dipped into Sagittarius again. So once it goes across Cappy and starts to do its job there, and when it hits Aquarius in 2040, remember the Phoenix constellation sits right below the sign of Aquarius, just a couple sectors down below in the constellations. The Phoenix constellation sits there, and that's that rising in the Phoenix that portrays out what Jason talks about. And that could obviously be a big game changer, and we could branch off into a million different things from there. But the age of Aquarius, you ruled by a primordial who's very grumpy and grouchy, such as Uranus would be, been around forever. You kind of look at the tail of the tape on that.
That's wild, man, that you made the statement that he's not a Titan nor a giant.
Yeah, he's a primordial in the mythologies, which
Ernest, I knew, I get it. It's heaven.
Anu, Anu's Samaria. So yeah.
You're right. All the other planets are Titans.
Titans are Olympians. I mean, you have Saturn as a Titan, and all the other ones are Olympians.
Oh wow, that is a fact. That's crazy. I mean, so Saturn, could we be on Saturn? Is that why they always say standing on the shoulders of a giant? All right. Remember when we looked at what was Saturn's moon again that we went on to? It wasn't Io. What was the name of that moon again? Titan. Yeah, it was Titan. It was Titan. Saturn's moon Titan. Yep. That was tied into this realm as well. Remember when I showed you guys that? Right, Saturn's moon Titan. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can find that real quick. 1 second. Show you real quick. Titan. Where are we? Okay, it should be around here. Where's it gone? Oh yes, here we are. Moving slow. There we are. If you look closely, you can see England and Ireland, right? And Europe, the Mediterranean Sea, right? But they were calling this Titan. Look at the background is all red, right? That's what they was calling Titan. They was calling this place Titan. Look, there we go, right here. If you look here, this is Titan. You can tell, but if you know Titan, you know the waters and you know what you're looking for, right? This is Titan, here to the right. The moon Titan, right, for Saturn, right? Look, even look here, it says it there, Titan terrain, right? So this was Titan. But if you look closely, they got a picture of Europe here and some of Africa. You can see some of Africa right there. But you see England right there. Outer orbits, right? I already covered this in one of my holy AI books. But I like to bring people up to speed again, you know, because London's work goes over a lot of people's heads. I've come to realize that my work goes over a lot of people's heads, right? It's different. Some of you lot are not, you know, not on board with different. You like your tea recycled, you like your coffee recycled, right? I do it different. Titan.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, guys, when you do the Phoenix, when you do your 138, which you've made so popular, Jason, I mean, when you do the quick breakdown through the tarot, there's not 138 tarot cards. So you have
No.
to take the 78 tarot cards and subtract the 138, and you're going to get the number 60. And that's the card for the Phoenix event right there.
Oh, that's the card for the Phoenix. Look what they've got. Oh man. See? Look what they got for the Phoenix. Hold on a second. Oh my goodness. See, it's not me doing it. Hold on a second, because that is crazy. Hold on a sec. Come on, you're moving slow. How come it's not doing what I want it to do? Hold on a second. You know, Phoenix event is tied in with the plasma event, right? But this is what we're gonna do now. Why is it taking so fucking long to load up? Come on. Okay. Right, all right, cool. Well, we're nearly there. Hold on a sec. Give me a sec. There we go. Where is it hiding? All right, cool. Here we are. All right, you know what he's showing you there? Right, the plasma event. Remember, I've been talking about the weapon and the sword. Right, look what they got right there. Right, for the plasma event. Look at the swords. Right, could they be showing us the plasma event with the swords like I've been showing you guys? Right, the weapon. Right, not the sword, the plasma sword. Right, the Shiva. Right, against the globe and the eye. Look, he's got it covering one eye as the globe. Right, where do you see that? We see that here. the plasma discharge coming down for the eye, right? The sword, right? The sword in the stone, right? I've been trying to tell you. The sword, right? The sword in the stone. Look at the stone, right? Look at the sword. This is the plasma. The snake symbolizes the plasma, right? The sword in the stone, the fiery stone. You ain't gonna get it nowhere else like this. I means that, right? The sword in the stone, right? Right? The sword in the stone. Right? You ain't gonna get it like this anywhere else. Pay attention.
And if
Wow.
you look at that card right there, I mean, that's that's the 10 of swords, man. That's the final frontier right there. And keep in mind, 2025
The 10 of swords. Final frontier.
is going to be this card. So we have some big thrills and spills coming up. I think 2025 is going to be very pivotal.
Oh man, don't get me started on 2025, guys. I'm into it in undertakings. I'm just gonna say it like that. 2025 looks like it's going down, and 2024 was just
Brian said, unfortunately, RKX is constantly contradicting himself, so he's unreliable. He's running a full court griff. Oof. That's interesting. Well, I've always said, when you put a time and a date to something, right, you're already like, you've already shot yourself in the foot, so to speak, right? When you put a date and a time against the upcoming events, because no one really knows what's happening, right? When these events are going to take place. So that's why I don't put time and a date on my work, right? It's different if you're speaking about the past. You can go back in the past and have a look. But when you're speaking about upcoming events, to some degree, I don't know, you can't really put a time and date on it. I don't. That's just my opinion. That's why I don't go into that route, the time and dates and stuff. So yeah.
preparatory to it because we still haven't seen the true fallout for having all these basically foreigners and migrants forcibly put into all these Western nations. They still haven't served their purpose yet.
Yeah, I was just talking about this recently, actually, because I was looking back at the World War II events and how there's overlap with the Chinese zodiac, and we're moving into the year of the snake, as you guys probably know. So you could synchronize that with 1941. And in 1941, you started to see some of these deportation things going on. I believe that was the year that the Japanese were pretty much put in internment camps in the United States of America. Their assets were frozen. Even Italians, Greece, Greek citizens had their assets frozen in the United States of America. It's pretty powerful stuff. There's a lot of syncretism between this year, this upcoming year in 1941.
There's the year of the snake too.
Exactly. Yeah, I think we talked about that a couple of podcasts ago too, regarding the United States of America and going to war during the year of the snake, because we had World War I, 1917, year of the snake. We had 1941, year of the snake, Pearl Harbor happened. Then we had 1965, which was the year that the US went to Vietnam. That was the year of the snake. And we had the Afghanistan situation, 2001, year of the snake. And then we have this upcoming 2025 year of the snake. And I think one of the things that Jason said about next year is definitely in the cards, and it's probably in alignment with the eclipses that we have, particularly that September 7th lunar eclipse that we have in 2025. And I'd love to know your thoughts on this, Logan, from the astrological perspective, because in that they show you the eclipse, and they're putting a lot of emphasis on the eclipse.
I want to see that movie. Has anybody got a link for that movie? Leave the World Behind. I think that was directed by the Obamas, right? I'd love to get my hand on that movie. I want to see what it's about.
A lot of emphasis, especially about a lunar eclipse. I don't know if you remember that one scene in Leave the World Behind, but they're on the moon showing you the American flag, and then the eclipse is actually happening. And pretty much everything starts really going to shit after that. And I don't know if it'll necessarily happen to the United States, but I think it'll be affecting migrants who've come to the United States. And one of my theories that I just released recently is I'm not really worried about the Civil War concept for 2025 in the US, but one of the things I would be is about the usage of those FEMA camps for the migrants that have been pushed into the United States, and probably something similar in Europe.
Yeah, well, I mean, I mean, are you specifically asking about September 7th, or are you talking about that general?
Yeah, that's September 7th lunar eclipse. If you
Yeah,
know anything about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a four of diamonds card, which that doesn't. I mean, I know that doesn't give much to go off of, but it is tied to the demiurge. You know, straight up into the demiurge. Jason, you were going to talk. You were going to say something. I didn't interrupt you.
No, you didn't.
Okay. I thought you guys said something.
I'm good. I'm just processing something he had said. I want to address about, because there's a common denominator between every year of the snake he just said, and it's not the wars. It's something else. I want to remark on that when you're done.
Oh, awesome.
It's not what we said.
The whole thread of the year of the snake that he just gave, all the different years of the snake, there's another common denominator aside from war attached to all those. And if that's true, then 2025 we can expect something. I'll get to it when we are done.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you know, when I look at the map here for September 7th, you know, Saturn's in right in the bowl, like Saturn's in the bowl that Aquarius is pouring out. So there's a lot of videos that popped up for October 9th, where they were talking about the four horsemen, and they were showing how, and this is using sidereal, it doesn't work in tropical, but they were showing how, you know, one of the placements was Saturn in the bowl being poured out from Aquarius. So this is why I think there's a lot of justice coming into play, and people are going to be brought to justice because of that bowl of that wrath, the bowl of wrath being poured out with the Saturn placement there. But you know, September 7th, we normally would look to the sun being in Virgo if you're a tropical person, but the sun's in Leo. And in 20, you're talking about 2025 or 2024?
Yeah, next year.
Next year, yeah. You're going to have the sun and Mercury in the sign of Leo conjunct. So there's going to be, I mean, when Mercury gets into the hotel Leo, you know, Leos be very regal and, you know, the boss, if you will. You have the sun in its own sign. So there can be a lot of chaos there. You know, the sun can be the devil, right? When it comes up in the beginning of the day, it's childlike, it's very playful. But when it gets into the midheaven position, it can sunburn you. You can get radiation poisoning.
That's a fact. He's not lying there. He's not lying there. When that sun's at its fucking zenith, excuse my language, ladies and gangster men, but that can cause some damage. That can cause some damage. I'm with you there. Why would our creator give us something that can cause us damage? Why would our creator give us something that can potentially kill us and the whole planet itself? Why is that? Is that a default? Did he give was that given to us by the creator? Or is that something else?
So the sun can become the devil at that point. So it's really very strong in the sign of Leo. And when you got Mercury.
MPC in the building. What's going on in MPC? Much love, brother, man. Much love, brother, man. Hey, did you manage to catch the joint we did over at the main channel, debunking Karen B with the moon map? If you haven't, you may want to go and have a look at that, bro. That was very different, right? That was very different. You may even want to watch that before that little get together, right? Because that was very different. I opened a whole different bag over there, a whole different bag.
Mercury there, and you got Venus right in the back door as well, still
Yeah.
kind of tinkering into Cancer as
And
well.
you
But
brought a Mercury too?
yeah, Mercury
Yeah.
being in the sign of Leo, I mean, it's the way you think. Mercury, for everybody, it's the way, how do you think? Well, that's why it's the trickster, because it's tied to the voice in your head, right? It's the way you think. And it is the liaison classically in between the earth and the sun.
Mhm.
Mercury is, you know,
Yeah,
so
I'm
there's
almost certain by September, October, whatever's going on in our economy today, this la la land we're in, like it will be in reality by then. Like there will
I mean, look, like I was going back to putting a time and date on these
absolutely be
things,
a
right?
major
A time and date on these events. Same thing like what Brian A was saying, right? You can't really put a time and date on these events unless you're in the know-how, right? Unless you're in the know-how. Unless you know something that the average person doesn't know, right? Now, the only person I've seen to kind of put a date out there and was kind of correct, right, would have to have been Cat Williams. Cat Williams said 2024 is going to be the year of revealing. A lot of things is going to be exposed. You're going to see a lot of different things. And he's right. That's the only person so far. Not even Nostradamus and all these folks. Not even Nostradamus. There will never be. Hey, there will never be a how would you call it? A better sidekick than Cat Williams, right? He told you what was up. Whether you want to believe it or not, he told you a lot of things will be revealed in 2024. And we're seeing it now. I'm seeing a lot of things being revealed. So 2025 will be easy for me. Easy. Before each year is over, you have to find out somewhat of some truth. So when you go into the next year, you're not looking like a fool, right? Still believing the same old narrative being carried into the next year and the next year. It's best to go through these years deciphering shit so you don't carry it into the new year with yourself, right? And that's the way I see it. Some of us are carrying the same lie with us for over 10 to 15, 20, 30 years. The same indoctrination for 10 to 15, 20, 30 years. Looping it with you, carrying the same old narrative with you. Get rid of it. Dino in the building.
major market correction. And all this bubble that's going on, this everything bubble, it will definitely be popped by then.
well,
So
Pluto,
it's going to be a powerful time.
Pluto's going to be in Capricorn, and Capricorn is the boss. Capricorn runs real estate. You're going to see the collapse of real estate markets.
That's
There's-
cornucopia, right? It's cornucopia, right?
Yeah, of course. So when Pluto enters into Capricorn, well, you're going to have the demise of currencies, because Capricorn runs money and real estate, and you're going to see the demise of governments collapsing, because Capricorn is the judge that sits in the courtroom. So you're going to see all that kind of stuff in 2025, I think. And we could have blackouts. We could have the banks not giving out any money. That could all potentially be some things that could come to fruition with this whole zodiac sign lining up the way it is. So
It's incredible stuff.
and you know, we are the those of you that are fans of the card system, well, 5,785 in the Hebrew calendar, which we just turned October 3rd, that's the King of Hearts card, which that card is tied to the sons of God, the Elohim, the King of Hearts. It's the 13th card. In the major arcana, it's tied to the death card, right? So it's life and death. That merges with the Nine of Swords with the United States. But remember, this is what we're moving into for 2025.
There you go. Giving you the sword again. We covered that. Look, the swords. Oops, how do we? Yeah, there you go. They tied it in with the plasma event. My man just tied the swords in with the plasma event, right? Like I said, I've been going over the swords, right? I've been going over the swords, right? The cross section, the sword, right? The plasma events. The snake symbolizes plasma. Come to find out, the snake is energy, right? The snake is energy. I've heard some people say it's a sound wave, right? What about the plasma wave? What if they're actually showing you the plasma event, right?
Five. So this merges with the King of Hearts, which, you know, yeah, it's normally a
Merges with the King of Hearts. Did you hear that? It merges with the King of Hearts, right? It merges with the hearts. What have I been showing you guys? That merges with the hearts. You just heard the man say it, right? You just heard the man say it. The heart, right? The heart. The sword merges with the heart. You just said it. It merges with the heart, right? Come on, man. It's different. Don't do me like that. I don't recycle. I give you new shit. That these, oh man. Can't get any better than that. Lay low.
the King of Love, but it can be. I mean, Mike Tyson is a King of Hearts. I mean, when he gets in the ring, he's not the nice guy, right? So it can have a liability asset to it.
He'll bite your ear off.
Huh?
He'll bite your ear off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what Tyson does.
yeah.
Jason, did you say you had some sort of pattern that you've realized for 1917, 1941, 1965, those years?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go a little bit further back, but I don't know if the War of Tripoli, the very first war the United States did on its own after Independence War was against the pirates of Tripoli. But we already knew they were a problem. We already knew that they were going to attack our shipping, and we let it happen anyway.
Do you know what year it was?
The same pattern unfolds with Pearl Harbor. It unfolded with Vietnam. We specifically get an intel that something is about to happen, and we let it happen anyway. So we can draw the American people. The government and military establishment can get the American people on board. I mean, we already received from Australian intelligence that a major Japanese fleet was headed straight to Pearl Harbor.
So they put out the bird call before it even happened. The Americans knew they was coming. All right. Apparently, that's what the narrative is. That's what the narrative is. The Australians reached out to the Americans and said, hey, they're coming for you. Be ready.
We already knew they were coming, and we didn't. Our own intelligence apparatus let it go down because the whole deal was to get us in the war, and American people did not want to get in the war. Pearl Harbor's what did that. So the pattern that I see is interesting because 2025, I'm seeing the exact same thing. We're going to let something happen in the West, maybe in the United States, maybe in Britain.
Let it happen. Oh man. See, they let things happen. This is so they can act. This is so they have something to act upon. People let things happen. Governments let things happen so they have the rights to act upon something now, right? You see how that works? You see how that works? They let things happen so now they can say, now you need us. Super America. All right. NPC asked me, are you dropping the link, bro? For you, I'll do that. No problem. That's what I like about some good people, you know. My man's asking me, am I dropping the link? Does that mean he wants to come and chill with London and kick it with London for a while? I can dig that. Let me drop you that link. Let me drop you that link real quick. There you go. Links there. Like the octopus design on clay tablets, the octopus is represented as many arms of plasma. That's it. Well, I'm going to tell you what the the octopus represents, right? Because I don't think a lot of people know this. When you see the octopus on the world, right, with many arms all around the place, right, that's showing you the plasma, right? But not only the plasma event, that's showing you a deflection, how the plasma would hit the crystal and disperse in many fucking directions. You understand what I just told you there? The octopus is symbolizing the plasma being spreaded in many directions. Once it hits the crystal, it scatters, right? In many different directions. And that's what you're getting with the octopus symbol, Dino. That's what they're trying to tell you. You heard it here first with London. Salutes, my man. How we doing, Gabes?
Oh, it's going good, London man. Good to have you. Good top of the morning for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Grand Rising.
Yeah, thank you for dropping the link, man. I got excited when guys started talking about the year of the snake. That's my year next year.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm happy for that.
Mm.
Yeah,
Year of
that's a
snake.
good thing. That's a good thing because on a positive note, that symbolizes intuition, introspective, and being adaptable. So jump on the wave.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, even the year of the snake, would that be tied in with the year of the dragon also, or is that something different?
No, it's the same. It's the Year of the Dragon's getting us started. We're in the Year of the Dragon right now, right? Which is like a
Mm-hmm.
dynamic year, a powerful year. Everyone wants in Asia, they want their child born in the Year of the Dragon. Super powerful. But as we're in the Year of the Dragon now, as it evolves into the Year of the Snake, that dragon, which is a snake with wings, drops the wings and comes back down to Earth to experience this realm, or the moon, as you've been saying.
Mm,
Yeah.
the moon. I mean, I'll have to cover something called the lunar dragon, right? Whenever they talk about this realm and the moon, there always seems to be a dragon or a serpent tied in with it,
Yeah.
right? The lunar dragon, yeah. The head and tail of the lunar dragon. That's what they call it, the head and tails. And it makes me think, where did they even get this phrase from? Heads and tails when you throw the coin up.
All right, heads and tails. It's the snake eating itself because it's whatever it is, heads or tails, the same thing. It's on a loop.
Yeah. Yes. 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 And we actually covered some of those. Let me see if I got it here. Snake. The snake actually does kind of eat itself, right? I don't know why it does this,
Yeah,
but
it's one of their symbols, ancient magical symbols. The snake eating its tail, kind of like infinity.
yeah, yeah. Let me do something real quick. It should be here. Come on. Sec. Because even that sign that they use, hold on, let me do it this way. It might even. Where's it hiding? Sorry, too many things here. Yeah, here's one. Let me see this quick. That sign
There you
there,
go.
right?
Yes, that's it. Very old.
Yeah, yeah, very old sign. Right, that is an old, old sign. But when I see that now, right, it reminds me of, where's it gone? This right here, bro. Right, snake
Oh
eating
yeah,
itself.
yeah. I seen that on my show. I showed that before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think that's natural. I don't know why I would be doing that, but yeah, that's.
Why? Why does it do this, bro? Like, what's
I don't
going on
know.
here?
I don't know why it would do that. That's something to ask Chat GPT or something. Yeah. I know the snake is it's pretty of an amazing creature because it regenerates about every month. Like it sheds its skin and has a shiny new coat of paint around
Yes.
every month.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, so is that okay? I knew it shed its skin every so often, but wasn't aware it was every month.
it's around that.
Around that, okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
very
Let me
interesting.
be right next there.
All right. Yeah, that's interesting. Where else did I came across something else? Where's it gone?
Um,
I have to come back to that and let's get back to this real quick.
And I don't know, but a Western nation is going to allow something they
I was wrong.
already know. It's all
So did you say something, bro?
I was wrong. It was 2 to 4 times a year a snake sheds its skin.
Okay,
Yeah.
2 to 4.
Maybe in times with the seasons, maybe.
Yes, possibly. Yes. Mm-hmm. Thanks for the correction.
Yeah.
already in the
Absolutely.
field. They're going to specifically allow something to happen so as the people will be on board with the solution. And I believe it involves the migrants 100%. And I'm very curious to see if Logan can tell us anything about the number 5919, because he just mentioned the Jewish calendar and what that year is. But in the Anno Mundi calendar, which is the only calendar originally adopted by the Freemasons and Rosicrucians, it was the only one that they went by in their books 400 and 500 years ago, like the Inigo Jones document, the Wood manuscript. They only went by Annus Mundi dating, now called Anno Mundi dating. But under that system, which is also the Phoenix system of 138-year periods, under that system, this right now is 5918. But on the vernal equinox of 2025, we will have New Year's for the Anno Mundi, and it will be 5919. Because the number 5919, what would that pull up in the tarot? What would that pull up in your system in astrology, and specifically for the vernal equinox of next year? Because that's New Year's for the Annus Mundi system.
Yeah, well, 5919 ends up converting through the cards. It's going to be the 4 of spades, which, let me give you the picture so you can get an idea. Now, what's interesting about that card is it's the card of Hades. Okay, and Hades is Pluto. Prometheus can be tied to Hades as well, but it's the sleeper card. I'll remind all of you that the World Trade Center opened on April 4th. That's the 4 of spades card, the 4 of swords card, which obviously was meant to be taken down 28 years later. But it's the sleeper card. Where the hell is it? I can't even find it. All right, I'm having a hard time finding it. But
hey, while you're doing that, hey, Jordan. Did you hear the statement? He said that it was taken down 28 years later. Okay, well, in the field, let me explain something to you. The World Trade Center.
He's not listening or what?
Yo, FBC. That was funny, bro.
I mean, Jordan was trolling him earlier when he was talking. I don't know if you showed that part where he's talking about his mic is shitty. You caught that part, yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit, that was funny, bro.
Yeah. He's like, no, you haven't been talking to me, so I'm not gonna listen.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
I mean, the guy was trying to get him back into the conversation. I'll give him that. But yeah. Let's see if he's listening though.
Were done in 1973, so they were dedicated 1970. They were done and dedicated by 1973. You already know who the owner is. I'm not even gonna get into all that. But what's fascinating is he's right. 28 years later, they come down, and but it was in the field, because precisely 28 years before that, the tallest building in New York was hit by a plane in the 78th or 79th floor. It's the exact same floors that supposedly.
Now that wasn't me. That was Logan.
Oh, okay.
I
see.
Another plane hit the first tower in New York City, New York, 28 years after those towers were put there. So in the field.
Well, hold on. Did the event, did 9/11 happen before 9/11? Something else happened.
No. Oh, what are you talking about? Yeah, exactly. What is he talking about? Yeah. Well, he said the tallest building. I mean, I thought the tallest building in New York was the Empire State Building, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure it was as well.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, the World Trade Center was very tall. Let's see, is it the tallest building? Shit, I left my glasses downstairs.
Oh, wait, maybe he'll elaborate a bit more. Maybe he'll bring us up to speed.
Yeah, he said 28 days later after it was commissioned. Is that what he said it went down?
No, I think I heard something like 28 years later than the World Trade was come down. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone in the chat from America knows what he's talking about? We got a lot of guys from the USA over there.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I am too. September 11th, 2001, at 9:11 a.m. The Trade Center got hit. Right, it got hit by the planes. I know that. Now I've heard planes hitting that building before, but I would assume he's talking about the 9/11.
Yeah. Okay. Because look, even Biggie Smalls' lyrics, he referenced something about, blowing up like the World Trade as well.
Yeah, someone tried to plant bombs in a car before. Yeah. But he said a plane. Yeah. So I guess he's talking about 9/11.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's talking about something else. He has to be. We said 28. The first guy said April 4th when it was commissioned, when it went up, or when it went up. And he said 28 days later. No, that's wrong, because I know I was just watching an old video I had where these dudes were talking about how in the 60s, Charles Manson, Charles Manson, the murderer, the serial killer, he wrote a song called Cease to Exist. And the Beach Boys ended up buying it from him, and they changed the words, the title, to Never Learn How to Love Again. And it was released on September 11th. And then 33 years later from that, the 9/11 mega ritual happened. The towers went down. So that's some other information. I don't know why I had to say that, but yeah. So maybe he will say what's going on right there. Let's see.
Okay. Jed saying, "Hey, salutes, Jed. Welcome, my man. It's been a little while, Jed. And you tell me, big up. Jed saying Manson killed no one. His followers did. Damn.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he didn't kill him. He wasn't convicted of killing anyone, but according to the courts, he influenced them to kill them. And who knows if he didn't kill people. But yeah, I guess that's right and exact. He didn't literally kill somebody, but he was convicted for it, right or wrong. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I wasn't even aware of that. Interesting.
His crew's called the Family.
He's what? Say that again.
His cult of women and men that followed him was called the Family. The ones that actually did the murders.
They're called the Family.
That's what they called themselves. The Family. Spooky.
Yo, brother, these man. I see why you got out of
devils.
See why you got out of there.
Yeah, I mean, we learned from the best, though. You guys, not you, but you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Tallest buildings in the world of the time, located in a state that has.
Hey, if anybody wants the link down there to join us on the panel, let me know.
A capital named after a state, New York, New York. So 28 years later, after the new towers are built, they are the tallest buildings in the world in 1973. Now, by 2001, they were not, but it's already a pattern. 28 years later, they come down in New York City, New York. and it's the same floors that took the damage initially. It's crazy. It's crazy how this happens. These little isometric projections are found everywhere in history.
You want to know something else that's fascinating about 1973? It was the last Jubilee.
Oh,
Because 1973 we had Yom Kippur War, and then 50 years later, exactly to like 24-hour period, we have October 7th event last year, start of the Israel War against Hamas.
Yeah, I would agree about
The
1970.
the 28 years he's talking about kind of goes with your moon lore, moon research, because the moon takes 28 days to go through all the signs, all the zodiac signs. Yeah,
MVC,
yeah,
you're cold. Because
yeah.
I was kind of gathering my thoughts to say something, right? But you just took everything out of the boy's head. Salutes to you,
Yeah.
bro. Salutes to you, cousin. Yo, that's cold. See, that's cold. I'm glad you joined the bloody panel, bro. That's
Yeah, thanks
cold.
for having me up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can rock with that. I definitely rock with that.
They say it's more natural too, because it goes with usually a woman's, if she's regular, her period, menstrual cycle, 28 days.
Yeah.
You know, and if you have the 13 moon, zodiac sign calendar, use a moon calendar, lunar calendar, like which a lot of countries and religions do, Islam and Buddhism. It goes, each month is 28 days. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Cheers, bro.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah,
That's the year, shoot, I was born. I'm going to have to agree with you, man.
yeah, 73 is a very powerful year. It's funny because Logan brought up Pluto or Hades, and we're talking about the number 28, and in Chaldean, Pluto equals 28.
Yeah.
I also just did this small video on the war code, and we could see that Turkey has 28 in the code, Egypt has 28 in the code, Lebanon has 28 in the code, Israel has 28 in the code, Zion has 28 in the code. I mean, I could keep going. It's just amazing how many 28s we're getting in basic gematria ciphers. Nothing crazy.
yeah. This is the second perfect number in mathematics, and it's also tied to the word demigod. 28 is, yeah. So, but yeah, here's the card, Jason. For your 5919, it's the sleeper card. Basically, it can mean death, sleep, Hades, underworld,
Or it could mean sleeper cells.
sleeper cells. Yeah. I mean, this card's tied right to Kensington, Pennsylvania, which I did at a decode on Zombieland.
No way.
Yeah. Oh, totally, dude. It's totally
That's
tied to
hilarious.
Kensington,
It's
Pennsylvania.
Kensington Avenue. You know that one in London, right?
Yes, London Files. That's in London.
Oh, it is. Okay. I'm talking about the one in PA, in Pennsylvania. It's infamous now on YouTube. Kensington Avenue. It's Zombieland, like he said. It's literally 28 days later, zombie full. It's all the heroin and fentanyl addicts and stuff.
Cause 28 days later, Jesus
London.
Christ. And it's fucking based in London, right?
Right.
Or something to that degree. Yes. And then it goes back
It
to what
resonates
you
with it.
said. It tied the moon cycles, right? But getting closer to the moon cycles.
Right.
Right. That's wild. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Of Zombieland. I mean, there's a lot of cities around the world that have that Zombieland aspect.
Yeah.
It's quite nasty, but that's what they got.
I think there's something powerful that you brought up with regards to the vernal equinox, and I was just decoding this recently because in just the Gregorian system, basic system, it's the day that's the 81st day of the year, and we see a lot of power with this number 8118, this mirror. Like, in Judaism, 18 is their number for what I would call prana, or like chi, life force energy. So obviously you could always mirror the numbers and then you get equal power. But anyways, I don't want to get too into it. It's just pretty fascinating how March 22nd definitely seems to be a precarious date, that 322 date in the exoteric system, and then the 20th being 79th day of the year. But One really important thing about March 20th, and again, I'm not sure what you guys believe the actual equinox date is, because I know there's what they tell us and then there's what the actual sky's doing. But needless to say, March 20th of 2025, it's a 68 date numerology, a double-digit date numerology, and that's the war code. That's what we've been seeing with all of our wars.
Yep.
So start of World War I, start of World War II, Russia-Ukraine conflict. I mean, even this year, we had so many events happen on the 68. The last 68 date numerology that we had was that assassination attempt against Trump in Florida. We also had the death of Ibrahim Raisi on a 68 date numerology, died in a helicopter crash. So there's been, even just this year, a bunch of 68 rituals. And with that being said, I think we actually are coming up on 68 days left in the year. So keep that in mind.
68 days left in the year.
Well, the 5 books of the Torah,
I guess so, huh?
numerology equals 68.
Yeah,
What did he
about
mean by that?
68 days in the year left in the year till January.
Oh, okay. In that
Yeah.
sense. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that one.
Yeah,
Right.
this
68.
upcoming Friday will be
Yep.
68 days left in the year. And the funny thing is, it's tied to this March 20th date. Yeah, so the equinox that's coming up in March, super important, because it's right after that total lunar eclipse, the first lunar eclipse we'll be having since the past annular solar eclipse. So they're going to ritualize it. Like, they love doing the rituals in March or April or September and October. So I wouldn't be shocked if in March we see USA get involved in this ongoing war, like in a more serious way.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, thou shalt not kill, right? Exodus, in the book of Exodus, thou shalt not kill in Hebrew is 81. So your 81st day of the year is March 22nd. So you do the calculations.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, during that time at the
Yeah.
March is end of March was the 21st, around that time. Around you tell me, he said his birthday's the 18th. So he's on the cusp of when Pisces like illusions and magical stuff, and then as it transitions into Aries, which is the end of March, goes in all the way into April. That's like, Aries, the god of war and passion and vitality, extreme like sexual energy, but mostly war. That's what comes to mind. So it makes sense that a lot of wars started during that time, like Persian Gulf II, Iraq War 2023 started in, I believe, in beginning of April, end of March, and yeah, it's kind of wild during those times.
It is, and you know what's wild as well? I've been sitting there thinking, because most of these names, they're tied in with somewhat of destruction, gods of war, right?
Yes.
Around war and everything, right? But if we're going to talk about war now, even just the name March, that's what warriors do. They march to war,
They
right?
march, right. They march to war, to April, when the war usually pops off. Aries, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
Shout
another
out to
avenue.
Dino in the chat. I see you, man. Yeah, you're right. March though. March for sure. Marching.
There you go.
I'm going to end up doing a deeper dive on 2025. I just got to go into calendrics, and it's really simple. I go through all the major historical events that affected the field for like the last 800-900 years, and then I will look up the distances between those years and 2025, and I will look at them under 3.14, 1.16, 16, phi and pi, and 5.08. I'll divide them by 0.360. I will find all these amazing patterns, and when I find those, they'll give me hits for years that are in between where relatively the exact same thing occurred. And because I'm on board. You guys already know I'm a simulationist, and I can never divorce myself from that, because I can't I can't look someone in the eye and say, look, check this out. Here's about 400 mathematical patterns that shouldn't exist because they're all in the historical record. Here they are right here. Here's the bibliographic citations. Here's where you can find all these in old sources. I said, guys, I'm telling you right here, this is what our history is. Look how mathematically perfect this is. And yet at the same time, tell somebody that we're living in a natural world. I can't do that. So if history has been patterned so beautifully, then that means a knowledge of these patterns is going to have predictive value. So that's why I like to do what I do. Sometimes I'm wrong, but I have the right to be wrong. When you put out thousands of data points, you know what? So what if you're wrong on 20, 30 of them? So this is what it's all about. That's why I don't give a damn about criticism. I don't give a damn about people isolating one little single particular and saying, "Oh, Jason was wrong here," but you haven't addressed 300 other videos. So
that's how I found out about him. I gave my frame of reference about this guy Jason
so much
from
field 2020.
I get my frame of reference from Jason from the Tatarium Truth channel, which is just basically making fun of him all the time. Like you ever seen that?
I know who you're talking. Yeah. What's his name? Hold on. His name's
Tatarian Truth.
About Campbell, not Campbell. No,
I don't know his real name. I don't know the actual
Shem. That's his name. I think his name's Shem.
Yeah.
I think
he shows himself.
Shem.
He goes live like once a week.
Yeah.
But he makes these videos of like making fun of Jason, like these clips and I mean, he shows his own words. He doesn't have to do much to make him look funny sometimes because the guy does say some funny stuff and his accent's kind of interesting. But he does clip him up to make him sound really dumb, though. And this is actually the first time I actually looked at his video seriously, and I can see why he's pretty popular because he's cooking. He's kind of serious with his Magician King shit going on with all those books in the background. Yeah. This is pretty interesting. I'm glad you brought this up because I watched part of this video like when the dude was making fun of it on the live stream. So it's nice to see it like in a positive way where you can get some value besides just some laughs.
Yes. Totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. And I think most people would be respected if they would concentrate on that part of it instead of just mocking people. Because look, I could understand if people want to mock Jason if he's out here mocking other people, right?
No, he's not.
This guy comes out to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He comes out to cook. He does his thing, and then there's people like myself that is waiting for people like this to drop information. It may not be what I'm exactly looking for, but there's bits and pieces in it, bits and gems here and there, and now we've got Waters above and Local on the show. It's heavy gems everywhere in every direction.
Right.
You look.
Yeah.
So
absolutely,
that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
It's not like 2024. I didn't do a single predictions video for 2024.
And just to bring you up to speed, that same dude that you just mentioned that was mocking him, right?
Yes.
I've seen him over with Big Sister chilling, right?
Ah.
Yeah.
He does have that Big Sister energy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see, what's his build? I haven't seen his build. Like, what's his philosophy of life? You know, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I guess it's just being a troll. He's very good at it. But come on, bro. We a bunch of jokers all the time. Laughter does heal the soul. But yeah, if I came up just to laugh all the time, I'd be watching like old Def Comedy Jams and kill that weirdo Kill Tony show. Or Mike from Red Bar. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. But this is fire. These three, they're cooking.
Yes, sir.
We're cooking.
Oh, yes,
on the reheat.
I agree with that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute to that. 420. If you got that, even though I can't even 420 right now, it's too early. Got the children's around me, but I've got somewhat of a vape pen, and I'm in the room by myself. So
there you go. Yeah, you got the Queen celebration.
Who? The Queen celebrate. But I could, bro. She ain't my queen. I couldn't even tell you. I didn't even know it was a celebration today. How about that? I didn't even know.
No. Your missus.
Oh, my missus. Yeah.
Not that Romanian monarch or whatever she.
Yeah.
Carmela. Come on, bro.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Yes, I mentioned that earlier. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She got
Yeah.
well. We got her parents coming around in a
Yeah,
few
tonight, huh? Oh, today.
hours.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Today.
I
Yeah,
put the damn schedule wrong for our build. I meant to put uh the 29th, right?
hmm
Because I forgot you're doing your thing today on the 27th. So just check the later when you have a chance. Check the time and let me know if that's okay. Yeah.
yeah. And I think we said the 28th in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, but I messed up. I put like 7 hours from now.
Oh,
That's
okay,
not gonna work.
okay.
I meant to put my time the 29th at 1 a.m., which is like subtract 7 hours, like your afternoon time or whatever, I
Yes,
guess.
got you,
Yeah.
got you.
On Monday, I guess. Yeah. Yeah,
hmm
yeah, yeah. Okay.
So
Anyway.
anyway, and the craziest thing, I think I did actually tell people the wrong day on Friday. I was like, yeah, I'm going live with NPC on Sunday or something like that. I think I said
Yeah.
something like that. So I
We
did
were all
actually post it.
discombobulated. I
Exactly.
appreciate you promoting it though. Yeah.
No problem, bro. That's what should be happening. Once someone's gonna appear somewhere, gotta at least promote it to some degree, right?
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had a build today with Onco 24/7 on our show, Surfing the Apocalypse, and it was on the Yaqub story and Master Farad Muhammad and the
Yeah,
NOI.
keep
And
going.
yeah. Yeah, we were breaking
Okay.
that down. Yeah. The creation story. And then
Yeah, that's it. The
one of
creation.
one of the things about the Wabbyists use that creation story, a lot of people, and they were saying that I thought of you and I mentioned you because the origins of the original people they say was from the moon. They came from
Mm,
somewhere else. The story starts off they came from somewhere else, but then they
yeah,
ended up on the moon, and then they blew it up, part of the moon up, and then they came to
yeah,
Earth. Yeah. So yeah,
yeah. That's
yeah,
what yeah, because I've even got some of that story, and when they speak about blowing up the moon, right? They said
yeah.
AKA, right?
Okay.
That's what you said, AKA Earth.
Mhm.
And what does AKA stands for? Also known as, right?
Right. That's right.
So
All right.
there you go,
The
telling
same.
you.
There you go.
Mm,
They blew up part of the Earth. That's what I thought. That makes more sense. Like they blew up part of the Earth, part of it drifted off and became the moon, and then that H.G. Wells story about the time machine talks about that event, and it's even in the movie that came out about 15 years ago. They showed they blew up the Earth in the future. I mean, they blew up the Earth, and part of it became the moon or some craziness. Yeah,
mm, very interesting.
yeah.
hmm Very in the building. What's happening? Welcome and good morning.
Didn't feel the need. I didn't feel like this year was going to be fundamentally different than 20. I didn't see anything that was going to make it really different than 2023 and 2022, which were also circus years, except for my call that the violence with the migrants is going to kick off during the Olympics. And that's exactly what happened in Germany, in France, in Norway, in the UK, in Wales, Cornwall, in Scotland, especially in Ireland. Yeah, it's still going on. The small knife, the small arms warfare with the knives and stuff, the machiera, the Greek small knife, not the Christian great sword, which is a mistranslation. So I just didn't see 20.
The Christian great sword, whatever he said. I mean, since I've been coming across this information that I've been coming up with the swords and the plasma event, I remember there was something about uh the world will be cleansed by Allah's sword. His believers, right, will get
Yeah.
banished off the face of the earth by his flaming sword, Allah's sword.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier today, and that kind of corresponds with the Bible and how when Adam and Eve were kicked out of Eden, because the Islam, the Quran talks about Eden, right? Adam and Eve, they
hmm
believe that the humans are children of Adam, Adamites, and so there was an angel. An angel guarded the entrance to the Garden of Evil with a flaming sword.
Ah,
Yeah. hmm
there you go, a flaming sword, exactly. I got some work coming in soon anyway, because it's deep. That flaming sword shit is deep. We just
Yeah.
covered a few things on that, with the sword. So we've got sword in the stone, right? You got the Shiva and the sword.
Right.
You got the sword and the eye again, right? And you got the sword with the eye again. Like, it's different. We've got something coming. Then you even got this dude, this little shield keeper, Mark Sargent. Why has he got the sword and the globe, right? The sword and the eye. This dude's a flat earther, right? But he's telling us something. He's showing us something right here. Right? Even in the movies, it's showing you something right there. Right?
Boom.
And look, right between the two pillars, right? Look at that. The glass windows could represent the two pillars, and right between us, the insects. They already call us insects on some of these movies that I've been watching.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Right in plain sight.
Right in plain sight.
Yeah. What is that? A Men in Black?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this one is off Shield. The one with what's his name? The black man. What's the black man's name again? Samuel Jackson and all that shit, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson. Okay. The bolts.
2024 really happening.
Nick. That's it. Yeah. Hold on. What's his name again? Say it again. The full name. Nick Volz, did you say, or something like that?
Who, me?
Yeah, I thought I heard you say Nick. Is that his name? It's Nick. I swear his name's Nick. Is it? What's his name in it? It's Nick. I thought I heard you say Nick Volz.
Oh no, I just said I said lightning bolt.
Oh, lightning bolt. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick Volz. It's probably a 40 and slip or something. That's probably something.
Yeah, because even when I heard volts, how you say volts right now, I just thought of like plasma discharge, like a volt, electric or energy or something, right? And I was like, his name, Nick Volz. But
Nick Volz.
I'm pretty sure his name is Nick. It could be Nick something, I'm not too sure. But yeah.
All I know is I just put your name, your title again in the Gematria website for coffee and what is this one called? Coffee Croissant early show. Yeah. And I just got a hit, a good one called let me see. It's called Who's Gonna Save Mankind?
Woo! Yo! Yo!
It's a good one, huh?
Hey! You said who's gonna save
mankind? Who's it gonna be this time? Who's it gonna be? We're talking about that Yakub story, a kind of man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
Shit.
What was the other one last time you decoded? It was
oh yeah, that was fat.
Slick Talk. Yeah, Slick Talk one we done. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
this one.
Oh, that was decoding a base. Here we go. I got it right here. Gotta scroll down. Oh, laying low. No, not laying low. Oh, the base code of life. Yeah, the base code of life.
Code of life.
Yeah. Another one, dude. There's another one on the same thing. It says same title. Gematria Matrix of the Reset of Klaus Schwab.
Oh,
some weird shit. Huh?
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I like who's to save mankind. That's a good one.
That is epic one. That is epic indeed. Indeed.
Because the way these guys are talking, they seem kind of scared.
Yeah.
You know? I don't blame them, I guess, for their sake. I think it's a great time, but I can see how certain people might not think the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. It's not a time to be scared. It's just a time to be aware. Right.
There you go.
Much, but I can't say that about 2025. Every time I pull my calculator out and I look up something, like, oh man, really? That's because I got 41 different calendars. I have a chart, And maybe I should show that sometime. I got a chart of 41 different calendars, and it tells me what year 2024 is on every one of these calendars. And I can go all the way down, and I can sit there and do my calculations based off that. So it's that's what I need to do.
Which one do you kind of look to the most? Like, do you have a favorite?
You talking about the calendars?
Yeah.
Okay. There is no. It doesn't come to favors. Like favorites. It has everything to do about situations such as if something's going on in India or Pakistan area, then it seems to me the greatest calendar to use to do predictive analytics is the Saka calendar. So if it's a different area of the world, if we're talking about something happening in Central Europe, you would think it's the Anno Domini calendar, but it's not. Anno Domini calendar seems to really govern over the Mediterranean area, and especially Italy and the West, United States, North and South America, but not in Central area. The Byzantine calendar is one I'll do my calculations off of. When it comes to the migrants and all that, it's 100% the after Hejra calendar, the AH calendar of Islam. So I'll never stick to one calendar because it doesn't apply. I can't look at a Chinese history under an Anno Domini lens. I can't do it. I have to use the Chinese calendar and then go forward and backward in time. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing what you find. It's amazing what you're in.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I see what you're saying there. I see what you're saying there.
Yeah, but I think you can use whatever calendar you want. I mean, because in the end, it's all gonna somewhat match up. It's just that to be more precise and make sense to use that particular culture's calendar that you're looking at.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. You're coming in hot. You're borging. 1 second.
Yeah.
Start right there. I want to hear all of that again. Okay. Could you hear it on your side as well?
Yeah, Borgin. I thought you were Borgin, but yeah, I guess it was me or both of us. What I was saying is,
okay,
I see what he's. Yeah, I see what he was saying. Like how it makes sense if you're looking at a particular location on Earth to use that particular calendar, the culture's calendar, to kind of see in detail and the nuances of what's going on. Because what is a calendar? A calendar is where that particular people focus their attention on, right? And so that would make sense if you're trying to forecast. Like, he seems like he's trying to forecast things, but I don't agree in the fact that you can't use any. He said you can't use any other calendar. I think you can probably use any calendar and figure out somewhat of something that's going to happen. It's just that in order to be detailed, might as well use the right tool for the right job.
Yeah. And then another thing, it's good to use different calendars because you got to remember some calendars get influenced from other cultures, in my opinion, especially with, there was no borders once upon a time. It seemed like everybody was free to travel, right? So put it this way, how would nearly every civilization have a calendar?
Mm-hmm.
There must have been somebody saying, hey, you got to keep track. Everybody should do calendars. You understand? But that information must have got around from somewhere because people was traveling and saying, hey, let's make calendars. So I'm pretty sure some people may have got influence from different cultures or different people's different sightings, different events.
Right. So, and they started their own calendar.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I'm not sure. What is the oldest calendar known to man? Do you know?
I don't know. Yeah. I know the oldest, maybe this has something to relate, is the oldest evidence of a culture that worships snakes as their god is in Africa. Remember, we were going over that information, so I would assume some calendar in Africa. Because Jason was mentioning all these calendars I never heard of, and they seem to be the calendars for that particular region, historical regions. So I don't know. Yeah. I do know that in 2010, I started to follow the Mayan calendar, one of their calendars, like every day.
Yeah.
And that was linking up with a lot of synchronicities I saw in my own life. So, and then Mayans were known to have many calendars for different things. They had one for commerce. They had one for like kind of like astrology, and then they also had one for keeping these long apex of time. That's the one that most people are familiar with, the long count, about the 2012 end date and all that.
Hmm.
But the whole thing is, once again, all a calendar is what a people choose to focus their attention on. We can make a calendar. We can make the London Man lay low calendar, and I'm sure I'm sure we could link it up with stuff that's important to us and other in the community. So that's what he's talking about, I think, when he's talking about simulation, how he's a simulationist.
Hmm.
Because if this is a simulation we're living in, and it has a certain type of programming code, right? And if something has a certain type of programming code, things like astrology and numerology and gematria would have room to maneuver, because all
Yeah.
you're doing is tapping into that unseen data
Mm.
of the
Mm.
code of the simulation.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that. Definitely. Definitely. Now, check this out, right? Because we were just talking about the calendars, right? And I said everybody would have to have been on the same par to get a calendar, right? The same level. Now, what is the oldest calendar, and what have I been saying about home? The oldest calendar is to believe to be a lunar calendar,
Oh yeah, for sure.
right? That's what they're saying. Discovered in Warrantfield, Aberdeenshire, Scotland, that dates back to 8000 BC. They're saying it's the oldest calendar,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's a lunar calendar.
Lunar one, see,
The
lunar.
moon, is
Yeah.
based on home, the cycles of home, not Earth. How come Earth hasn't got a calendar? Why would lunar have a
Well,
calendar?
well, I guess that what's considered the Earth calendar is the revolutions around the sun and our perspective here on Earth of the sun, but it literally is a sun calendar. It's not an Earth calendar
No, exactly. See, they
because our
removed Mother Goddess, the moon, with the sun.
hmm yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. Because people's attention were focused on the sun because it brought them life and light and light in the darkness at night where they didn't know what the hell was going on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, we've been given that narrative that sun brings life. Sun does bring warmth to some degree,
hmm
but does it really bring life? I mean, there's things at the bottom of the ocean that don't even get to see the sunlight, but it still grows. There's things in the caves, darkest cave systems that don't even see light, but it still grows,
hmm Yeah, that's
you know?
true.
So,
Yeah, that's true. I've heard somebody say something like about even the things at the very bottom of the ocean, they don't
yeah,
they don't need a lot of light, but they get light. But they didn't go into details. But I don't see how the light would get down there. So
no,
there must be something else that they're getting to make their fuel, their food, because we're told that the sun helps the plants grow, right?
yeah,
Up here on the surface.
yeah, photosynthesis and all of that
Yeah,
stuff. Exactly.
yeah, yeah. But what does make those things? That's a good point. What does make those things in the bottom of the ocean or in the deep in the cave? How are they able to survive?
Yeah, exactly. I would beg to differ. I don't even think sun, just AKA sun that we see brings life. I think it brings death, but on a
Oh, okay.
slow pace.
Yeah,
On a slow pace. It's
yeah,
vice versa,
yeah.
in my opinion.
To be specific, I actually said light. It brings light. I didn't say life, but it
Okay,
does.
okay.
But it does. But I could see myself saying life as well because I'm programmed to think that the sun is the shit.
Mm, mm.
But the moon though, it does when everything's dark. It seems on especially on the full moon, it brightens up the world around us, kind of in a nice warm way that's not hurting you like you were saying earlier about why would the Creator give us something like the sun that could literally kill you in midday if you stay out too long.
Facts.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Let's keep going. Shouts out to Eternal in the building.
Yeah, it's up Eternal.
Well, I could see that. I mean, I talk to my audience and I'm like, if you're born in New Zealand, your summertime is not the same as someone who's in London, so you have expansion and contraction over the equator, and that can change things on calendars and whatnot. I think, being born in the area.
Absolutely. I'm going to tell you a secret. I know for a fact. I've done the video, put out all my evidence. I even challenged communities to debate about it. I put it all out there. Listen, man, the Jewish calendar was invented less than 500 years ago. 100%. When you say it's the Jewish year such and such, I show in all these early rabbinical texts, they had no knowledge of it. None at all. And then all of a sudden a rabbi came in and started putting a lot of stuff out, and he did his own calculations and started the Jewish calendar. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have value.
Correct. I agree.
What I'm saying is that calendar literally governs over events in Palestine and Israel and Gaza. And I have used that calendar the same way I've used the Byzantine for the Central Asia, for the Central European area. The same way I use the Saka calendar for Pakistan and India. The same way I use the Chinese calculations for what's going on in the Far East. The same way I use the Anno Domini calendar for things that are going on in the Principal West. Yeah, when it comes to Israel of today, from the Balfour Declaration all the way up till now, their Jewish calendar is nailing it for me on different predictions. Do you remember 9 months before that the war broke out in 2023, at the end of 2023, I'd already done a video about it. I'd called it out and said, hey guys, check this out. Before the end of 2023, Israel's going to go to war with somebody. And I got critics for that, talking about Israel goes to war every year. But it's not true. Not what they did in Gaza. It does not happen every year. There's skirmishes and there's little missile exchanges and there's stuff happening every year.
Right.
But what they did to Gaza hasn't happened since 1947. So it's crazy, man. But I just focus on that calendar system, which kind of bleeds off into a whole nother aspect of what Jordan does with the crypto. In date sequence predictive analytics, there's no overall system that works for every crypto.
Yeah.
If you were to do predictions on crypto, you have to understand the history of that coin's movement.
Yep.
And once you enter those into a program, then you're able, it's just like a calendar. Then you're able to use that for predictive value, because there's going to be patterns in there. Two types of patterns. One is an overall pattern. It's like the heartbeat of the coin. The other one is completely connected to whatever the fluctuations are in the market with all the coins that are attached to it. It's two different systems you have to analyze. So it's the same way with calendars. This is what I'm doing. This is how I make so many discoveries, because I will find out something major happened in a certain year just by analyzing the arithmetic attached between historical events. And my output will show, well, wait a minute, this year here, something major happened if these two things are true. And I'll dig and I'll dig and I'll dig. And when I find the truth, it normally blows my mind. It's the exact year. This is what just recently happened with my Tartaria discovery. It's the reason why I had to hurry up and record all this and put it on there, because people aren't going to believe what I found. Because it totally bridges the whole Tartaria community, which has been far away from archaics. I've kept it at bay. The only crossover is mud floods. So now I can't keep it at bay because it's absolutely integrated. It's amazing. I'm talking too much.
Do your obviously, like when I look at calendars, Jordan, I want your take on this, because you're really a big voice in this. But like Gregorian calendar, mainly solar calendar, Islam purely lunar calendar. The calendars that you're talking about, which obviously you have way more than I wish I had all the calendars you had. But do you pay attention to those, Jason? Do you pay attention to this? Either it's purely solar or purely lunar, or have all that data attached to the calendars?
I have notes on each calendar and what their import was. Like, a lot of my major discoveries have been because I paid attention to those particulars, such as when Plutarch, when Plotinus, when Strabo, when Diodorus Siculus, when Herodotus of Halicarnassus, when Plato getting from Solon information about Egyptian antiquities. Every single time the Egyptians throw out one of those big old numbers of 13,000, 72,000, when they throw out those numbers, this happened 43,700 years ago. I know for a fact the priests of Sais, who were the chronologers of ancient Egypt, only used the moon count system. In ancient Greeks,
The moon, you just mentioned it, right?
Right.
In a sec.
Yeah. Also, too, you were mentioning that the breadcrumb that the deep sea creatures, if they need light, like I was reading that they make their own light with the bioluminescence. You know, that's why you see like in the Avatar those crazy neon colors and stuff, and they use that to to attract mates and whatnot. But they make their own light.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
they do that. In fact, they do. The biolum. Actually, and it makes me think: what is the sun? Right? Is what are we seeing? What is the sun really? Because when they speak, when the invaders came, apparently they brought the sun with them. I've heard some people talk about the era of Tartaria. Right? It was just completely sun. There was never no nighttime when the Tartaria era was around. Apparently, the whole world was lit 24 hours. I don't know how true it is. I don't know how true that is, but I have heard that before.
That sounds like up in north in the Arctic during the summer, certain times of the year when they don't get any darkness, but then in the winter they get all darkness.
Yeah.
It's strange, man. I can imagine. Yeah. We got the Mayan tune calendar right there. That's dope.
So this one here is yeah.
Yeah.
Like they got the face.
That metal,
if
I'm correct.
The
moon, yeah. Or sometimes it represents also the center of the Milky Way galaxy too.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on what calendar, Maya calendar.
Well, through some of the stuff that I've been looking at in the research, I think the Milky Way galaxy. When they show you the Milky Way galaxy, remember it's in a spheroid, like a oblate shape, right? And I think that's the egg they're showing us. The galaxy is always in an egg form. The celestial egg, the celestial vault.
Right.
That's how they show the galaxy. There's something on this I wanted to. Is it gone?
Mayan calendar is so dope. It's all the signs, the zodiac signs on the Mayan calendar are around it. Each day.
There was something I want to find. I don't know where it's gone now. Let's go back to that one a sec. These are different calendars it has. Even over here, I think this is that no? There's a place called Adam's calendar as well, right? I wonder if it's got it up here. Adam's calendar. What's the oldest calendar in the world? No, ain't the one. But let's have a look. Adam's calendar is a place in Africa as well. I think.
Okay.
That's like it's a site basically. It's a site, but it's marked out as a calendar. Alright. I wonder if Stonehenge meant. I think this is the here. Look, Adam's calendar. Here you go. There you go. Just talking about. See this one right here.
Oh wow.
Calendar.
That's a calendar, huh?
Yeah. Look, Adam's calendar. All right.
Adam's calendar.
Exciting the world.
As an atom, as in the atom.
Well, that's the thing. I wonder if they mean that, like the first man's calendar, or.
Is this in England?
No, this is in. I think it might be in Africa somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's in Africa. Yeah, it's in Africa. There it is. Look, showing you right down by the south, this way here.
Oh, this kind of by South Africa, Swaziland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, Africa.
Older than Stonehenge, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, Adam's calendar. There it
On
is.
the calendar.
Geometrical shapes.
Shit,
Triangle.
look at the Garden of Eden over there with all those trees.
Mm. Yeah, it's different.
Never heard of that. Just learned something new. Adam's calendar.
Yeah. Told you I intend to bring new stuff to the people, not that
It's good.
recycled shit that the other communities give you, man. It's
Yeah,
different.
they want to push off that Stonehenge, which is cool, but they don't even call it a calendar, which it probably was. Well, they just
Yeah.
say Stonehenge right there, but this literally is called Adam's calendar, and it's in Africa and older. Seems much older. Dope, London.
Yeah. Oh, this lunar
Got
calendar. Look at this. Okay, so they're showing you a lunar calendar here. Is that was lunar calendar? Let's have a look. Oh, what happened? The fuck? Beginning of time, world's oldest calendar discovered. Let's have a look. What they show me here? Is that the one? Yeah, okay. 8,000 BC. It's when? Okay. Was that supposed to be the sun?
Yup.
Hmm. Let me take a picture of that quick. Come back to that later. All right.
2,000 years ago, corrected Plato. And they said, look, when the Egyptians say years, they're talking about 30-day periods because the Egyptians did
Oh,
not trust the sun because the Egyptians
the Egyptian did not trust the sun.
It's the sun, huh?
Interesting. I've never heard that before. I've never heard that.
Me
Whenever you
either.
heard the Egyptians, it's tied in with the sun god Ra, Amun Ra, and the worship of Ra. Like, I've never heard that before.
Yeah. This is why we have to actually look at these things ourselves and not just go by
Yeah,
hearsay, huh? And missing
exactly.
out.
Exactly. It's crazy. Hold on. In the Egyptian mythology, the moon is associated with multiple gods, including Khonshu, Horus, and Osiris. Right, so is that the moon they're showing there? Hold on. I've always looked at that as the sun. 1 second. Let me forward this over. 1 sec. Hmm.
Hold on.
Ah, okay. That's stuff to do with the moon. What's that? Hmm. Let me go back to the other one. Come back out of that. Where did I see it? What's this? See, okay. When they show us this stuff like this, right? I've always thought this was the sun, but it's the moon. Horus is tied
Yeah,
in with the moon.
yeah.
Even the crescent, you can see the crescent, right?
Crescent moon, yeah.
Yep, the stages of the moon. So that's quite interesting. That
Mm-hmm.
one there, that's One is that's the sun and the serpent. I think that's the black sun with the serpent coming out of that one.
Okay.
Ah, interesting. I wonder
The
if
moon and the sun together.
yeah, cause look, check me out, right?
Together. Yeah.
I wonder if could they're both one of the same, you know, like extreme heat, so moon, hot and cold, right? I wonder. No, that can't be though. Hold on a second. I need to come back to that. That's interesting. So where's the
Well, the
sun?
moon's supposed to be a cold place, the way it's marketed.
Yeah.
The dark side of the moon and all that. Yeah.
Let me see the sun, God. 1 second. Let's have a look at the sun. Shit. Give me a sec. All right, let's put that over there. So this is the moon, right? You can see the stuff tied in with the moon to
Right.
this, right? And this is stuff to do with the sun now, Eye of Ra, right?
Well, does he have the moon on his head with those wings? Look like making a crescent moon.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crescent, isn't it? Yeah. I see where you're going with that, definitely. Ra, sun god. Look, Egypt, man.
Well, ask the all-knowing Google. Do the Egyptians worship the moon or the sun?
They'll probably tell you the sun. That's what the Google will probably tell you, but I don't know. It looks different now. Actually, when I'm looking at it, and look, that's got a okay. I mean, even when we could look, how can I put this to you?
Oh,
The sun. What color was they seeing the sun? If the sun was around for so many years, right? What color was the sun? Because look, through my era, since I've been here, I remember the sun being what is it, yellow at one stage. Now it's white, right? Are they trying to tell us that the sun could have been orange at one stage? When they see all these orange shapes, or are they trying to pick something else?
well, it depends on when they're looking at it too, because I've seen the sun when it looks like it's pink, and depending on what time of day and if there's a fire or different things going on.
Yeah, that is true. That's very true. I think when the sun's just coming up beyond the horizon, it does seem kind of orange before it gets to you, right?
Yeah. It just said when I looked up the Google, it said the sun was the most in general. The sun was the most important to worship to the Egyptians. However, the moon was very important, and they saw it as a replacement for the sun at night.
Okay, a replacement.
Yeah.
Interesting. Replacement.
Had records of the sun changing its position and moving erratically in the sky 4 times, and therefore it could not be trusted as a source for timekeeping. So they relied on the moon. The Egyptians swore by the moon and based their calendars off of it. So when I made those, when I started recalculating everything according to these 30-day moon cycles, 12 moon cycles a year for the Egyptians, all Egyptian history fit perfectly with every other civilization. It wasn't an impossible age. It was the same as Sumer, Harappa, Mohenjo-Daro. So it was not a surprise to me. I mean, it was a surprise to me, but it wasn't unbelievable to me. When Jordan showed me the last time we did a video together, he showed me the fluctuations in the market followed the phases of the moon. That shit floored me. It floored me to the point where I had to do a powwow with my OFIS team, and we had to redesign We didn't redesign anything. We added a whole new filter. I want to show that off today sometime later in this video.
I want to see it. Jordan, what's your take on the calendars, man? What's your input?
Well, you know, with my thing, and you guys probably know this by now, like I'm just a simple guy. Like I try to reduce and reduce and reduce and reduce till I'm left with like philosophy only. And that's not against anybody else's system. It's just, it's my flow state. It's how I operate. You know, maybe that comes from being a musician. It's not like shredding for hours that makes you feel better. It's like watching people get emotional that makes you feel better, like making people feel things. So for me, I tend to like find these great discoveries, and then I go within and I'm asking myself, like, how much of this will I use? You know, and then I try to prevent the hoarding and go straight for like, you know, trim the fat as much down as possible. So with my work, just to give the simple answer, it's mostly Gregorian system because that's what most of the world is agreed upon. And I feel that there's merit to that, especially with markets, because markets are whatever we all agree on and they're ran by emotions. So that's where the moon would come in. So then I use the Hebrew calendar, of course, for that too. And I'm working on my own calculator right now.
Hold on, while they're still on the calendars, let's quickly have a look at this real quick.
Think about it. Prepare to be astounded, as a mysterious site in South Africa, known as Adam's Calendar, is believed to be tens of thousands of years older than both Europe's Stonehenge and the Egyptian Great Pyramid of Giza, making it one of the oldest man-made structures on Earth. What's so exceptional about this site is that some researchers believe it may have been used as a hub for sound healing purposes. This conclusion was arrived upon after it was uncovered that these stones were strategically positioned to create acoustic patterns that form unique sound frequencies. This has led to a wave of excitement among experts who are trying to unravel the secrets of this mystical place. Can you imagine the potential this discovery holds? The idea that ancient civilizations might have used sound as a way to heal or connect with the spiritual world is fascinating and is a reminder that our ancestors were far more advanced than we give them credit for. This breathtaking wonder is a massive standing stone circle that spans 30 meters in diameter and is located deep in the heart of Mpumalanga in South Africa. The megalithic stone circle is a rare and unique example of a fully functioning and mostly intact astronomical calendar. But this isn't just any ancient site, as it's estimated to be over 75,000 years old, and its original shape can still be seen from satellite images. There stand at its center two magnificent upright stones, intricately carved and shrouded in mystery. These stones, all crafted from dolomite, are a staggering 5 tons each and are thought to have been transported from a distant location. The Adam's Calendar site has been found to have various astronomical alignments, and its discovery challenges many long-held assumptions about the history of human civilization. It suggests that there may have been ancient cultures that were far more advanced than previously thought, and that these cultures may have had a significant impact on the development of human.
You know, I know this might be a reach, but every time I see these type of things, right, and they show me the globe, right, like the globe always looks hollow, and the lights have been projected onto it. The globe always
From the
looks
inside.
hollow, yeah. Like they're showing me something.
Yeah, yeah. Especially with the way they make it look transparent.
Yeah.
It would be a waste of space not to have anything in the middle.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And it makes me think, even just the word, right, global, like a glow ball, a ball that's glowing, right? Something in the center that's projecting, like
Right.
like a Dyson sphere. That is the sun in the middle glowing, like a glow ball's glowing.
Yeah, the glow. They got that glow. Yeah. In the Yakub story we were going over today, it says that when the folks came from the moon on back to the earth, they did not go to the surface, but they went to Agartha. They went to the center of the earth, and they stayed there.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, yeah.
And supposedly there was already humans on top, but they went specifically went to the inner earth, and supposedly according to this mythology they were immortal as long as they stayed in the center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. They was immortal as long as they stayed in the center.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
That sound of that. Big Drank in the building. What's happening, Big Drank? 313 in a place to be. How we doing? Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Big up. Noble Gnome in the
313.
building. Tinned Indian in the building. How we doing? Welcome, welcome. Salute.
Originally, it was thought to be the remains of kraals left by African tribes as they moved south in the 13th century. However, researchers have concluded that it was once an astronomical observatory and a possible ancient religious temple. Remarkably, up to 20,000 similar structures have been discovered throughout the region, and even more astonishing, the calendar still works today, with the setting sun casting shadows on the rocks and revealing the changing seasons and times. According to isiZulu elders, this site is called the birthplace of the sun, and the community's ceremonies are still held here. It is also believed that the calendar stones can receive energy from other ancient sites around the world, and as with many other stone monuments, Adam's calendar loosely aligns with the celestial world, and it remains a testament to the incredible ingenuity of our ancient ancestors. By determining when Orion's belt was in a horizontal position against a horizon, researchers estimated when the three stones in the calendar were aligned with these stars. Based on astronomer Bill Hullenbach's calculations using the rise of Orion, the site was believed to be at least 75,000 years old. A more recent calculation done in June 2009 suggested an age of at least 160,000 years, taking into account the erosion of dolerite stones found at the site. Some marker stones had broken off and were exposed to natural erosion, and when pieced back together, about 3 centimeters of stone had already worn away. The site was first brought to public attention in 2003 after a South African pilot, Johan Hein, crashed his plane in the mountains of Mpumalanga. After rescuing his crew member,
Oh my God. So this only came to light because someone nearly lost their life. Right? Someone made a
Right.
crash landing, right? And they discovered Adam's calendar.
Yeah.
Oh,
A sun sacrifice.
oh, you said it.
Yeah.
Bro, you just said it. That wasn't me. You
Yeah.
said that shit. Oh Lord.
We don't even have to call it Adam's calendar now. Let's call it what the Zulus called it. The elders, they called it the birthplace of the sun.
Birthplace of the sun.
Well, yeah. Why are they calling it that? Like, that means that it wasn't here before. It wasn't always here.
Yeah. Yeah. They witnessed the birth of it, right?
Right.
Very interesting. Let's keep going.
Johan noticed strange circular stone objects scattered throughout the region and began photographing them. Upon walking over to some nearby stone monoliths, he realized that they were aligned to the cardinal points, north, south, east, and west, and behind them lay a giant stone circle. This led him to believe that they might be the remains of a long-lost ancient civilization. He then contacted Michael Tellinger, an author and researcher, and they both began to investigate the site. Further inspection revealed stones aligned with the equinoxes and solstices, as well as 3 stones aligned with the sunrise and a hole in the ground on the west side. It was then that Johan realized that he had discovered a calendar, possibly one of the oldest in the world, which was named Adam's calendar. Johan Hein and Michael Tellinger noted that the taller rock casts its shadow on a nearby flat rock, measuring the months by the changing shadow across the complete surface of the rock over a 12-month period. Refuting claims that the rock.
My thing is, how would he know he's looking at a calendar just from standing on the ground, right? And you're a pilot, like, I mean, do you come across these type of calendars every single day when you're flying? How would you know it's a fucking calendar?
He could be like a hobbyist, like He's like Jason. He had in his little shed back at home. He has like 30 different calendars he's researching.
Yeah.
It's a
Maybe.
perfect synchronicity.
Yeah.
But right, how would he know?
Yeah. That's wild. I mean, fascinating.
Maybe he knew it was something. Maybe he knew it. Maybe he didn't necessarily know it was a calendar, but he was like, there's something different. This looks like a man-made old structure. What's going on here? You know?
Yeah.
Worth investigating.
Rocks are insignificant. They observed that the bedrock in the area is black reef cordite, while the monoliths are dolomite, implying that they were
Dolomite. What?
Dolomite. Yeah, there you go.
Yo.
So you got that name, huh? Dolomite. Not dynamite, dolomite.
Exactly. Interesting.
Dolo.
Imported from elsewhere. Furthermore, the monoliths stand in precise geometric positions and line up exactly with the cardinal directions. One of the most intriguing recent discoveries at the site centers around sound frequencies. Tellinger and his team discovered that the stones at the site emit a unique sound frequency when struck, which is similar to the sound of a bell. Thanks to modern technology, scientists have been able to identify and measure sound.
You told me, he said he's seen it lining up with his compass probably. But
Mm.
the compass isn't a calendar.
No, it's not.
The calendar, unless calendars are really compass, pointing us to a way or something. I don't know.
Well, like I said earlier a couple times, the calendar points you to what you feel is important. Just think about it. Your own personal calendar that you use. And you see, you use Google Calendar on your phone or whatever. You put you mark the holidays and take note of the holidays that are important to you, like your birthday, your loved one's birthday, certain holidays, certain appointments. Yeah. So it does point you to something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Compass.
Frequencies that possess acoustic properties and can conduct electricity. Some of the stones at the site may have been strategically positioned to replicate these acoustic patterns as they surface, giving rise to the circular patterns. This has led some researchers to speculate that the site may have been used as a musical instrument or for sound healing purposes. Despite the best efforts of researchers and scientists, the true secrets of Adam's calendar remain elusive. The possibilities are endless, and one thing is for sure.
Sorry, real quick. When I heard the dolomite, right, and then I heard it with the rock, I was thinking of like the black rock, if you know what I mean.
The company?
Yeah. But as well as
the
center, as they say, there's a black rock, magnetic rock, and I thought of dolomite being a black character, like the black rock, black character.
Yeah. That's right. They don't take no shit.
Shit.
Black dolomite. Dino was saying like it's a limestone, and I think it's has a lot of magnesium ions. Yeah.
Okay. Ions. Yeah. I feel that. Yeah, definitely. Trinity, Mother Earth, Holy Cow, Father, Aether, Mycelium, children, all creations. Okay. I feel you know.
In South Africa continues to captivate and intrigue people from around the world. These ancient stones also stand as a reminder of our mysterious past and the many questions that still remain unanswered.
That client review was brutal.
We're gonna be underwater for weeks.
I'm already
so pruny.
This is fixable. Just use Grammarly. We'll crush it.
I'm already crushed. That cannot be crushed any further. Spoke too soon.
Okay, first use Grammarly's AI to sound confident so
All right, that's enough.
Let's see who will save mankind right there.
What the fuck?
Drowning.
Is it finished?
Drowning. Yeah, that was it. They did a commercial right at the end.
Oh, do you know what? I thought we was watching the Jason's thing still. I'm like, Jason's
no.
finished? What the fuck?
No, they're still going.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm about to bounce in a sec. I gotta.
Say no more.
This is good though. I'm gonna keep listening.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Quick, come out and say hello to the chat room.
You see, I got the eyes. Your eyes on my NPC character.
Oh yeah.
Eyes all over.
I see that shit. That looks scary but cool. I like that shit.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Facts. Lay low to that. Good shit. That's the same thing you were showing me the other day. What's his name?
Yes. Yeah. The Wojak NPC, which is the normal dude, the quintessential NPC. But he's woke here. He's awakening himself. He got so many eyes. You know, he doesn't know what to do with himself now.
Yeah. That's a fact. Yeah.
Who you got in the chat? You got all the heavy hitters.
We got some open-minded people down there. Right? I might not have the heavy hitters, but I've got open-minded people, and that's what I'm here for.
Open-minded, yeah.
That's exactly what I'm here for. So salutes to that. If you know you're an open-minded person and you're down there, give yourself a pat on the back, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Give yourself a pat on the back. Because it's different. It's different. And they did say the world will be different. We have to be different.
Right.
Maneuvering through this world.
Telling you, man, the year of the snake. Adapt. That's gonna help you do that. It's gonna help you adapt to whatever's down the pipe. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree
That starts
with
in that starts in January, end of January. January 19th is the Lunar New Year, and that Chinese, I won't call it Chinese because a lot of Asian cultures use it, but the lunar calendar that is a lunar calendar. When they say the Chinese zodiac signs, lunar.
Yeah. Yeah, tied him with the lunar.
No.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. But especially with the how would you call it? The moon calendar now, right? That's very intriguing. It's the oldest calendar known to man, the lunar calendar.
Yes,
Right? And
it is.
I think it ties in with what we've been looking at and what we've been talking about with the moon possibly being home.
Right. The
Right.
womb. Yeah. Most of those solar calendars are for anyway, they're for commerce. You know, when the grain is ready and then when it's going to be harvested and all that type of shit. I mean, it's very important, but it's not the end all be all. Whereas a lunar calendar is more intuitive to what's going on and stuff. Like what's the inner journey, the inner consciousness.
Yeah.
Over here, they use that every day here in Taiwan, the lunar calendar with their altars and stuff to the moon.
Oh, do they? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, it's a lunar calendar. They worship their ancestors through the moon, in time with the moon.
Mm-hmm. Middle Earth.
Yeah, that's your sign, brother. Cancer, the moon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I'll take that. That's definitely my sign. Even if it wasn't my sign, I'm taking it now.
We're taking it anyway, huh?
Yeah. I'm taking it now.
Yeah.
Take that, no Diddy.
Take that, yeah. Yeah,
Right.
there's a great the Hindu meditation or the eclipse meditation where you visualize the sun and the moon meeting in your heart, and then going from there and trying to visualize what you want and see what happens. Yeah.
Okay.
And they come together like an eclipse.
Yeah. That almost sounds like what Corpus Callosum, how we was talking about that, how it's been split. Yeah. And to join the two hemispheres of the brain back together, you have to envision them together. Right.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. Definitely. Bring it back holistic.
Mm-hmm. Let me show you guys something real quick before you get out of here as well. Where's it gone?
Okay.
Ace Ventura, Middle Earth.
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
I'm gonna execute about new pattern super slow mo. This is the one ring. It's quite cool.
Can you see anything?
No.
Of course not. Take care now. Bye-bye then.
You have only one choice. The ring must be destroyed.
I'm ready to go in, Coach. Just give me a chance. Do I have something in my teeth?
Hey, loser! Die, devil bird!
He got him with the pea shooter. Hold
He
on.
got him.
He got him with the pea shooter.
Serve the demons. This house is clear. What's happening out there? Isn't it incredible? It's gonna be some kind of a record!
Kill me. I'll never tell anyone, I swear. He's the one. Kill him!
He just said he's the one you want. Kill him. Lord have mercy. No
Get him
way.
gift-free though, Frodo, man. He's annoying.
Gosh. Oh man, that's cold. That's cold. Let me see that again.
Don't kill me. I'll never tell anyone, I swear. He's the one you want. Kill him!
What did you say? Your balls are showing. What did you say? Your balls are showing.
He's doing the stinky
Going
legs.
with you, laddie.
I'll meet you at the bottom.
He was doing the
There's
stinky
still-
legs. Oh no.
Stinky legs.
Go.
Yep. Stinky legs.
We're going with you, laddie.
I'll meet you at the bottom.
There's still one more thing I must do before I go.
What's that?
Ooh.
Oh God. Meditation he'd call it.
Let his head in the box. Yo! Oh my goodness! No way! That part of the movie is cold. You know when the eye's looking for people around his.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, he's hiding in the box, bro. He's trying to hide from the eye. Oh.
It's not gonna happen.
I see. What are you waiting for? Destroy it! Of course. How selfish of me. Let's do all the things that you want to do.
Oh my goodness!
That's a good pairing right there.
Oh, we look at being after. Oh my goodness! Yo, that made my day, bro. Oh man.
Wow.
Very wild. Oh man. Yeah, that was some good shit. Oh man. What's his name? Ace Ventura. I remember those days, bro. That used to kill me all the time. I used to watch.
He's a weird dude, Ace. He's a weird dude. Yeah.
Very weird. Very weird.
He was even weirder in that Lord of the Rings universe.
Yeah,
It's pretty wild if you can seem weird in that. There's a lot of weirdos in that one.
yeah. I mean, even they looked at him as a weirdo. They were like, "What the fuck is he doing?" Like, and they're used to seeing goblins and gremlins and monsters and dragons, but he was even weird in that setting.
All right.
What the fuck is this creature?
Probably the
Goodness.
strangest character. Yeah.
Oh man.
We may have to look into speaking of the Lord of the Rings, the Tolkien mythology, because he's one of the best world builders of all time. About what he has to say about the creation of the planets and the moon, because I remember my friend lives out there in Bath, in the northern England, right?
Yeah,
Bath.
yeah.
And he was writing a book about Tolkien and then some of his works and stuff. And I remember I'm watching videos about like Tolkien's creation stories. Very interesting, and I'm sure he has some stuff about the creation of the Hollow Earth and the moon and all that and the sun. So that might be cool to look into.
Yeah.
I'll pass off some what I find to you.
Please, indeed. And they I mean, they do reference it as Middle Earth, right? Almost
Right,
like
exactly.
A Gartha as well.
Yeah, it's the best place, Middle Earth, right there.
Yeah, that is interesting. That is interesting. Give me a second. I mean, we've seen Ace, right? We've seen Ace. Now let's have a look at the boy Bean real quick.
I hear it's going to be a party of special magnificence.
My point is, he's clearly overreacted. Run!
Gonna run them over.
Get off the road!
He's looking for them.
Ooh, that was close.
It's so annoying to them.
He said, "Get off the road."
That was close.
That was close.
You shall be the Fellowship of the Ring.
Took a selfie. Oh Lord, he's shooting with them. Look, he's shooting in the gym with them. Look, he's shooting with them. Look. Look, he's right there.
Yeah. Yeah, but then he's not even helping them though. After he's filming them.
Yeah.
He's always on vacation.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
You killed him.
No.
He's in his yellow car. He ran them over. No way. He ran them over in a yellow car. Listen, that car is iconic. Hey,
Yeah.
if you know Bean, you know this car, bro. Oh my goodness.
That little car, yeah.
Look, he runs over now. Look, the shook. Meow.
Like it's nothing. He probably even know he hit somebody.
Yeah. He's hiding.
Best find you some clothes. You can't go walking through Mordor and not with your skin.
Nazi.
Yo!
Best find you some clothes. You can't go walking through Mordor and not with your skin.
Look at him, Hitler.
The high-ranking salute.
Oh no, he's eating while the epic battle's going on between these two. Look, he's not even paying
Yeah, he's
attention.
eating. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Aloof. Oh, too late.
Too late.
It's Teddy.
Oh,
Oh, I'm telling you, Mr. Bean.
oh,
Dude, he's very popular around the world. Like my students from all ages, they love Mr. Bean.
yeah, exactly. Then the Mini Cooper, that's what it was. The Mini Cooper.
The Mini Cooper, the yellow Mini Cooper.
Yeah. Nah.
He's Benny Hill's nephew.
Benny Hill's nephew. Oh goodness. Yeah,
that was great.
Good stuff there, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right, London. Thanks for having me on, bro.
No problem, my man. Thanks for coming up, bro.
No problem.
Thanks for coming up. The link was there and you hit it. So salute you.
Yeah.
Salute to you.
Appreciate you putting it down. I had fun. I learned a lot. And then the birthplace of the sun calendar, aka Adam's calendar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be going on like I think it's about like 27 hours from now.
About that, yes.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. For those of you who's not aware, I will be doing an interview with MPC right over on his channel. That'll be the London Man interview. So you may want to find your way over there.
Yeah. Epic. Yeah.
Epic. So I mean, salutes to Gabriel. I mean, he's the only one who's really came at me and said, "Hey, London, let's do an interview." I've had a few people around me that haven't even said anything like that. So salutes to you.
Bunch of retards. My words. How could you pass this up? This man's a legend.
And my thoughts. Those are your words and my thoughts.
No disrespect to real retards. Yeah, but yeah. No, London's a treasure, man. It's like it's ridiculous, bro. We gotta peel back and see what's going on with London. Tap in, you know, especially how generous he is. Yeah. Hey, by the way, bro, you gotta let me hear some more of those bars you had on the outro, like a couple shows ago. That shit was fire, bro.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
I like that. Yeah.
You like that shit?
A lot. Yeah, I'm not just saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. Respect to that.
Right.
Yeah. Probably end the show out with something old school still. Again.
Okay. Well, peace to the queen, your queen.
Yeah, got some more stuff for you. We'll catch up.
Okay. All right, brother. Peace, man.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Big love, beloved.
Much love,
Peace.
MPC. Yes, sir. Much love. There you go. MPC has left the building. MPC has left the building. Salutes to that. He saw the link down there, right? And he thought, you know what? Come and chop it up with London. Why sit down there when you can come up here and vibe with your guy? You can come up and vibe with your guy, say hello, and then do what you want to do after that. But salutes to MPC. Salutes to you for that, bro. You're a real one. Much love. What's the time? Give me a second, folks. Bear with me a second. I'll put something on in the meantime. Old school music again. Let's get into it.
ADR.
This is what you call offbeat rapping, right? This is like some Blueface shit. Offbeat rapping. This was like 15 years ago on the mixtape.
Next shit. ADR. Ooh. Lay low, baby. Lay low, baby. Right there. You know what? I wanna throw that little hook in it as well. Do what it do. My baby rice move when I go to the candy store. Candy store. 10 bricks or maybe more. Maybe more. Baby, ride smooth when we go to the candy store. Candy store. I get you what you want, 10 bricks or maybe more. Waking up before the sunrise, best part of the day. I'm getting low, what more can I say? Any dude wanna step that line, Swiss cheese. Bad bitches, big trees. Nigga, please don't style on me. Gotta be real sick like the HIV. Until then, keep cool. Breathe out when we grip tools and break rules. Shine like jewels when the sun's out. Little more, do you think? Get your lungs out. I bet you love when the sun's out. Lay low, left stains on your mum's couch. That's a different thing. Adriano, I'm the real thing. You niggas take too long to do your thing. Stepping out like a lion from the den. My connect, got a brand new Benz. Stash block, chocolate block with a skeng. I was riding through the norm, smoking on the blem. Your body drops, then I'm hugging ya. Shouts out to Ashley Buckner, young hustler. My baby rides smooth when I go to the candy store. Candy store. I get you what you need, 10 bricks or maybe more. Maybe more. Baby rides smooth when we go to the candy store. Candy store. I get you what you want, 10 bricks or maybe more. Ooh. First of all, get you comfortable, get you right on the first night. I'm so cool. Relax, you're talking to a don. The profile's good, so I might put you on. Put him on. Think I might breathe out. Vacate from the deep south. This year's been a deep drought, but my niggas still get it in. I bet you love when we get it in. Young Twigs knocking at my door, I never let him in. Adriano, baby, I'm a veteran. Take 2 of these and let it settle in. By the end of the night, you'll be leaning. About 4:30, still speeding. Baby, got the glow, why you gleaming? Is that your man in the back who's scheming? Let me show you how I do me. I bet you love when I do me. Don't watch my parents. I was here, now I'm gone, give me clearance. Baby, lose them. Got the dress code clean, I can scoot him. Got your lungs out, baby, don't cover it up. And the steaks look good when you butter it up. My girls score points when they swallow it up. My niggas getting laid to the low. Pay attention, you're rocking with the black Joe Cole. If he's gigs, then I must be Ronaldo. Don't move, less Ferguson say so. That's a whole lot of kitty, 80 mil. My niggas from the fields, they really kill. But keep that on the low. We're getting late to the low, but you already know. Getting late to the low. My baby rides smooth when I go to the candy store. Candy store. I get you what you need, 10 bricks or maybe more. Maybe more. Baby rides smooth when we go to the candy store. Candy store. I get you what you want, 10 bricks or maybe more. Lay low. Yeah. Boy, Jigger. The difference between me and them is, I get real late to the law. What else? Some SG smooth shit. What else? Meets downtown soul. What else? You already know. Shouts out to Manny Moscow. Kid with a lost flow. Hacks, I see you. Neezy. Yeah, my baby rides smooth when I go to the candy store. Candy store. I get you what you need, 10 bricks or maybe more. Maybe more. Baby rides smooth when we go to the candy store. Candy store. I get you what you want, 10 bricks or maybe more. Lay low. Downtown, baby.